I want to speak to something that I am really with today. And it's in this nervous system response loop that for me is getting stuck in freeze, and it has in the past. And I'm more attuned to it these days, to when I am in a place of freeze. Right now, in this current moment, I was just noticing and reflecting on how stuck I feel. And I say that internally it feels like so trapped, so stuck. And even though my other part of my conscious mind can come in and really see so many places where I am not stuck, it's taking me sitting with this, recognizing this, letting this process through my system, which means hitting the freeze space, and figuring out for myself how to complete that response loop so that I don't get stuck frozen. And I've been doing this all day. I woke up in this kind of anxious space. And so I've been hitting this response in my body. And then being like, nope, mobilize. Nope, take action. Nope, move forward. Nope, don't get stuck here. And it brings up emotions because of this memory that lives in my body. And it's held onto so tightly, of this memory that you need to freeze to be safe. You need to disassociate and disconnect and pause. And that's the thing about working with the nervous system and healing these different areas of ourselves. The nervous system just wants to keep you safe. And so whatever feels comfortable and safe to you is going to be where you continue to move to, even though it may not be the most safe and it may not be comfortable. But subconsciously, that is where you reside in a level of comfort. And so in the working of this, in the processing of this out of your system, of my system, I have to remind, and not even just remind, I have to create a new narrative of what is safe, and to complete the nervous system response loop that has me stop at freeze, so that I can create this new experience of safety, and therefore allow myself to move into different situations, challenging situations or growth situations, without feeling like I'm getting stuck, or that I have no other option but to freeze. I used to I have a vivid memory that I come back to. There's a couple, but I used to literally be unable to speak when I was triggered in this way. Like, my entire system would just shut down. And my ex at the time, if we were going in conflict or having some kind of disagreement, he would want to communicate so much. He wanted to like hear what was going on for me. He wanted us to be able to talk. And I remember feeling like I wanted that as well, but I physically couldn't. Like, could not speak, could not move, could not do anything but like shut down. My system was so stuck in that, and it was unable to move forward at all. And I've come a far, far way from that, or through that rather. But this feels very much like the next layer of closing out this loop. And it takes intentional attention. It takes intentional effort to do this, to choose to do this, to choose to access a new level of life and experience and safety and growth and expansion. Like, it takes effort. And that doesn't mean it has to be hard all the time. Like, I'm emotional and I'm crying, but this doesn't feel hard. This feels like a gentle release. Other things feel hard, I'm not gonna lie. There are other things that feel challenging. But this just feels like clarity of where things are still trapped in my system and where they're wanting to work through, they're wanting to come out. And we have to give ourselves the ability to let that happen, or it's just going to stay lodged.